To design the search input container, first of all we need there's two icons, the search icon and the category icon. To get the search icon, what we have to do, we have to just click on this icon. Okay, once you click on this icon, you have to export this icon. Okay, how we can export this icon? To export this icon, you have to click on the icon which you want to export and click on the bottom export. Okay, here you can choose the PNG and the height and width. So I'm gonna select 512 height. Okay, and after that export search. After that, once you export the search, you will get a one zip file. You have to extract the zip file here. So I'm gonna extract the zip file quickly, and here you can see that a search icon. All right, now after that search icon, okay, before that, why I'm using this search icon, why I'm not using React Native Vectors icon for these tools, for these two icons, because I searched on the React Native Vectors icon but I did not found these two icons. That's why I'm using these images. All right, that is the reason. All right, now let's also export this icon as well. So click on export, and this icon has been also exported. Awesome. Now once you export the icon, you have to go inside your folder, and here we can see that we are having a source. Okay, inside the source I'm gonna create another folder, name as assets, like this. Okay, inside the assets I'm gonna drag and drop my icon. So the first icon gonna be a category. Okay, and have to just drop inside the assets folder. Same, we're gonna we're gonna put this search icon as well here. So I'm gonna drag and drop the search icon here. Awesome. Now once you download the search icon and put inside the SS directory, what we have to do, if you see the layout how it's gonna be, so let me zoom it to make it clear. So we are having a search input container. Inside that we are having a search icon as well, and after that we are having a category icon. Okay, so how it's gonna be, so this is the main container, so it's called main input container, and inside main input container we are having a input wrapper. Inside the input wrapper we're gonna have a search icon. Okay, so let's see what I'm telling you guys. So here I'm gonna make that style is equal to styles dot main input container. Okay, and inside that we gonna need a two div. Okay, inside the main input container. Okay, let me add a comment here, search input. Okay, and inside this main input container we are going to have a one view. Okay, and it's gonna be style is equal to styles dot input wrapper. Awesome. Now after that, here we're gonna have first of all icon. How we can get the icon? To get the icon we have to use image like this, and here we're gonna have a source. So source will be required, we have to require the image. It's dot slash assets, not like this. We have to go inside the assets and slash search.png. all right, and here we have to write style is equal to styles.logo. Logo. All right, now let's copy this logo. Let's go to the bottom. Okay, so I'm gonna copy all this styling. The first styling name is called main input container. Okay, and after that we are having another container that is called input wrapper, and after that we are having a logo. Okay, like this. So I'm gonna define the height of the logo will be what? The logo will be 20 height, and the width as a 20. Let's see how it's looking. So I make it just 20, but it doesn't seems too good. What do you think, guys? Looks good? So I don't think, but yeah, so instead of having a height like this, height of by passing the value as a 20, I think height looks pretty well. But instead of passing the value like this as a statically 20, what we are going to do, we are going to create another constants. Let's go to the dimension.js file, and here I'm going to write export const icon sizes is equal to, the small will be 20, medium will be 24, okay, and large will be 32, okay, and extra large will be 40. All right, and I'm gonna copy this icon size, okay, and I'm gonna add this icon size here, icon size dot let me import the icon size dot small, okay, and let me add it here as well. Awesome. Now if you see that we had just added the logo of this, okay, but inside the input wrapper we are having a input field as well. So let's add the input field as well. To add the input field, it's after the search icon we want input field, so we gonna use text input, okay, and we're gonna write style is equal to styles dot text input. Awesome, and let's add this styling as well here. All right, but the text input is not visible kind of here, right? So we need another thing as well, that is called category icon. All right, so let's add that as well. So after the input wrapper we're gonna have a category container, style is equal to styles dot category category container, like this, and inside this category container we have to use image component like this. Source we have to require that image, okay, dot slash exit slash category dot png, and now you can see that category logo, but it's too big, so I'm gonna add a style is equal to styles dot logo. Okay, now let's check it out. So we can see that we are having a search icon, after that we are having a input icon, and after that we are having a this category icon. Okay, but I think the icon size is looking pretty small. I think medium will looks much more better. What do you think, guys? Should we give it a try? So we can give a shot as well, but yeah, let's give a shot of medium, how it's looking. So I just copy medium. It's looking pretty well, man. All right, so first of all, the main input container should be in a row direction instead of having a column direction. So if you see that here we are having main input container, inside that we are having input wrapper, and after that we are having a category container. All right, this is the category container, and this is called input container. Okay, so what we are going to do, we're gonna make the main input container as a flex direction as a row. Okay, now we get the item in a row direction. All right, now after that what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make the align items as a center. Okay, now we get the item into the center. Okay, that's pretty weird. I think we are getting the UI, but not a big deal. After that we need some kind of margin as well from the top, so I'm gonna add margin vertical. The margin vertical will be a spacing dot maybe md, spacing dot md. Okay, now we are not able to see anything. Let me reload the app. That's pretty weird. So we are having main input container. Okay, inside the main input container we have defined a flex direction as a row, align items center, okay, and margin vertical as a spacing dot md, main input container. Okay, not a big deal. After that what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to the input wrapper. For the input wrapper I'm gonna make the flex as a 1. Okay, so what is do, it will take the whole height and width. Now let's give a border width to the input wrapper, and let's see. So I just give the border width as a 1 to the input wrapper. Okay, now if you can see that we are having a search icon, and after that we are having a text field here. All right, because in the input wrapper we are having, input wrapper is a view. Inside that view we are having two things. The first one is image, and after that we are having a text field. All right, so let's give the input wrapper the currently the input wrapper has a flex direction as a column, so we are going to make flex direction as a row, like this. Okay, Now if you see that we are able to get the search icon along with this input icon, input field, but it's not in the center. So what I'm gonna make, I'm gonna make align items center. Okay, but let's see. Yeah, so now it's align item center is looking pretty well. All right, awesome. Now if you see that this spacing dot medium is like too low, so I'm gonna make this margin vertical will be extra large instead of having a just medium. And now let's see. Yeah, extra large is pretty well. Okay, and after that we are having input wrapper, but the color, what is the color of this input wrapper which we want? The color is DED kind of 3, and let's see we have inside color or not. So I'm gonna click on close others file. Let's click class.js. so this is called placeholder text. So if you see that the border of this the border color is like light gray. All right, and we have to choose the light gray color. Okay, so this is the DED3 kind of color we have to use. So it's gonna be placeholder text color. So the border width, and we have to define the border color. Border color will be colors dot placeholder text color kind of. Okay, now if you see that it's looking, you can't see on the screen because the placeholder text is like, you know, in the gray color, and it could be get rid of from the UI. That's why you guys are not able to see as well. After that I'm gonna apply the border radius as a 44. Okay, now we can see that. Awesome. Now inside the input wrapper I'm gonna apply some padding horizontal as well. So padding horizontal, that will be spacing dot medium. Okay, spacing dot medium. Awesome. Now awesome, it's looking pretty well. And but after that we are having this input field, the text input. So I'm gonna copy the text input, and after this input wrapper we have to style the text input. To style the text input we have to write flex as a 1, so it will took the whole height, total height and width of this input box. After that I'm gonna give some padding horizontal. Padding horizontal will be spacing dot medium, like this. Awesome. And after that I'm gonna define the font size. The font size will be font size font size, my bad, font size dot medium. Okay, my bad again. And now if you see that we are able to see a awesome good looking UI. Awesome. Now after that we are having a category icon as well. So we need some kind of padding as well on this category icon. So let's go to the here, and I'm gonna copy this category container, a category container, and here after this text input I'm gonna style this as well. So I'm gonna apply some padding horizontal, and it's gonna be spacing dot small, kind of spacing dot small. Okay, now it's looking pretty well guys, and yeah, and we had done with the search input container. I think this border is not visible to you guys, but it's only visible to me because this is light gray color, and light gray color is not too much visible, and that's why. So if I increase the border, like currently the border width is only 1, that is visible to me, and if I increase the border width as 2, so you guys will be also able to see that. Okay, and I think border width 2 will looking pretty well for you guys as well. So I'm gonna go with the border width as 2. Okay, now inside this text input I'm gonna add a placeholder text. Okay, the placeholder will be search product. So I'm gonna copy this search product and I'm gonna add it as well. Okay, and after that another thing which we have to do, we have to define the placeholder text color. The color will be colors dot placeholder text. Okay, a kind of gray color, but the font family we had not defined the font family. Let's define the font family as well. The font family is a medium. Okay, so I'm gonna add the font family. Font family will be font family dot medium. Okay, and now let's see. Yeah, it's looking awesome guys, this is looking too good. Okay, so this is how we can design the search input container. Okay, now let me summarize to you guys once more because it would be complex for one go. So I'm gonna summarize this once more for you guys. So let's go to the source screen and the home screen. Okay, so first of all, we had export to image from that from that Figma, but you guys can also install that React Native Vectors icon and use those icons. Okay, now after that, we for to design this, what we had done, first of all, we had created one view and the name of view that is called main input container. Inside that main input container, we are having an input wrapper. Inside the input wrapper, we are having a image and the text input field. Okay, as you can see that, and after that input wrapper, we are having another container that is called category container or category wrapper, whatever you can call it. Okay, now let's go to the main input container. So we have apply flex direction as a row, align item is a center. Okay, and the margin vertical is a spacing dot extra large. So what does do basically guys, so all the items went to the row direction and align item center, and margin vertical will be applied as a spacing dot extra large. After that, inside the input wrapper, we had make the flex as a 1, border width as a 2, and the flex direction as a row, align item centers again, and this for this inside this view, basically inside the input wrapper, it by default has a column, so that's why we apply makes a flex directions row and align item center. After that, we'll define the border color. The border color is a placeholder text color kind of, and we define the border radius as a 44, and padding horizontally, like space between this the search icon and this input field. Okay, and after that, we had defined the height and width of the logo, that is medium, and the value is 24. After that, we are having a text input. For the text input, we had make the flex as a 1, so it's taking the whole height and width of this input wrapper, and we have defined the padding horizontal space like this, and font size we define the medium, font family is a medium, and the category container is like we had given the padding horizontally of small. Okay, so this is how we can design the search input container along with the search icon and the category icon. Feel free to use the React Native Vectors icon as well. Alright, now after this, what we have to design, this tab navigation or tab view. So basically, whenever user click on a smartwatch, it should be highlighted and have a one border bottom as well. Same for this all these things, and it should be scrollable. So we have to design this. Alright, so let's design this and let's learn that how to design.